Woot woot. 2023 Xscapers Bash.
What is it, and what's our take on it?
Big party.
Big party.
Sweet. I think Cole already got us set up. So yes, I am Travis Carter. I am the president and also co-CEO of Xscapers and a co-founder with this beautiful person.
I'm Melanie Carr, vice president and co-CEO and co-founder, whatever. Too many titles. I do something.
So if you don't know who we are, I happen to be the third generation of the Xscapers family. My grandparents founded Xscapers back in 1978. So really, all the credit goes to them for sure, and also my parents who carried the torch on forward after that. But when Mel and I got involved, just to give you a little history of how Xscapers came to be and Bash, we'd like to tell you a little short story. And it really came from when we got involved with Xscapers and hit the road with our own kids and started meeting up with RVers on the road while we were in our own RV and not with my parents, because that's lame. And from that moment, we would meet people like us who had kids who worked on the road, and we would say, hey, have you heard of Xscapers? And they'd say, yeah. And then I'd say, yeah, what's the problem? They go, not for me. And the reality is it was for them, they just didn't know it. They had created this perception in their head that Xscapers was for a bunch of old retiree people who have no fun. And the reality is, a lot of retirees will stomp our asses every day. But to bring it back, Xscapers came to be a community that we wanted to build to meet our lifestyle for peers that just embodied what it meant for us, and to create a community that we felt wasn't there, that Xscapers was no longer answering the need to. And that's how Xscapers came to be.
And for the record, there is no age limitations. There's none of that included with Xscapers. We have retirees, we have people from all walks of life. It's really a mindset. And if you feel a calling to what we're doing here at Bash or the convergences through the activities, you should get involved in. That means Xscapers is for you.
And with that, I hope you know what the hell you got into. And if this ends up not being your jam, just know this isn't the only event Xscapers offers, okay? And I know Holly's gonna cover some rules, but I wanna cover one very important rule, and that is inclusivity at this event. Here, it does not matter if you're a full-timer, part-timer, weekend warrior, the color of your skin, your sexual orientation, how much money you have, your political views, none of that shit matters. Here, we are RVs, we are RVers, and we are Xscapers, and we are a family, okay?
Convergence is why Xscapers affectionately labels someone that is attending their first convergence or bash.
If you're new here, you don't know what Bash is about. All right, where's my convergence?
They seem to do this in an effort of attracting more attention to the newbies. Many of these first-timers have no idea what the term is until they attend an event. Did not work? There we go. You're only the second one. I barely get anyone that's honking. I think a lot of them don't know what it is. We spent a total of 12 days at the Bash with no hookups. Our battery stayed charged pretty well with our solar, except for the first few days that were cloudy. We only had to run our generator for a few hours during that time. But we have very limited battery capacity and had to severely limit how much electricity we were using. So we currently have 4 lead acid batteries. Group 24 gives us about 230 amp hours of electricity. The problem is, being lead acid, you can only use 50% of that. So 230 divided by 2, you're looking at 115 amp hours. That's not a whole lot for 4 batteries. If we switch to lithium, then you can get one battery that's 100 and it'll fit in this space. So I could go to 200 really quick with lithium by putting one on top, one on bottom.
The activities at Xscapers Bash very widely. For those that don't need to work during the daytime, they organize activities like education classes, hiking, and off-roading during the day. On most nights, there are live music performances.
So living on the road, and you can probably attest to this, the community is number one, am I right? Yes, so we met our good friend Nathan Andrews on the road 1 year ago this week, and he's traveled with us ever since. Not always, but every now and then. He loses a tail every now and then, and we lose him, So he wrote a song for Patty Loveless. You know who Patty Loveless is, and she didn't record it, so he got it back and he handed it to us. He said, "Why don't you see what you can do with it?" So we did what we could do with it.
Food trucks, and a bar that are also available on most evenings. They also had a karaoke night, a separate night for lip sync competition, and field day, or Olympics night, which we had a lot of fun at.
Human foosball, Hungry Hippos, and a bunch of other team-oriented field day type activities. A fire is lit after the night's entertainment and usually runs until at least midnight. On the final night, the music gets really loud and becomes more of a rave-like scene with bright LEDs and a DJ.
Our take on it.
It's not for everyone.
While the goal of the Xscapers is to appeal to the working class crowd, most evening events at Bash are really just one large party.
The nightlife can get pretty intense. It's definitely appealing to a younger crowd or the young at heart, but the heavy partying type of nightlife isn't something we really enjoy.
We tend to prefer quieter nights around the campfires in conversation with others.
Those did happen at night too, but they were at individual RVs scattered across the area. We found it to be difficult to find or meet those people. We're not exactly going to walk up to a stranger's RV and ask if we could join their campfire.
Don't understand why.
I can't say that we wouldn't attend Bash again. It was fun. There were some aspects we enjoyed, but I have a feeling the lower key convergences or other gatherings may be more our style.
From the 2023 Xscapers Bash in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, we are heading to Quartzsite, Arizona to attend the Quartzsite RV Tent Show.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to be notified when our next video comes out.
Ding! Ding! Dong! Doo! Dum! Hey! Hi!
Trying to give some charisma to it.
I
So,
want to be caressed.
charisma, not caressed.
Oh, okay.
In 2015, Xscapers was born. In 2015, Xscapers was born. Now you got that in my head. The goal is to appeal to the working. Conversions are what Xscapers
Affectionately.
human fuse.
Fuse? We're going to put a fuse in it?
Yeah.
Foosball. Most evening events from the 2023 Xscapers.
On the final night, the music gets thumping. It just seems weird.
The trailer gets thumping.
No.